And good afternoon, baseball fans. Welcome back to the Max Long Recreational Complex in Sebring, Florida for Game 2 of our doubleheader on Day 3 of the 2018 Florida DYB AAA State Tournament, brought to you live here on JockJive.com. Jason Thompson here, bringing the action of what is our second elimination game of the day here on Field 2. Got a pair of Florida powerhouses battling here in this elimination game, West Volusia and Spring Hill National. Spring Hill National will be the visitors on the scoreboard with their navy blue tops with the powder blue letters and numbers with the white trim. White pants with the blue stripe down the side. This is the batting lineup that will be facing West Volusia pitcher Cameron Schweit. 24 is Rhett Williams in center field. 11 is Brayton Cruz at first. 99 is Taryn Hendrickson on the mound. 22 is Tanner Hendrickson at third. 27 is Jonathan Torna, the catcher. 34 is Jacob Bird in left. 4 is Braden Evans at second. 10 is Caden Williams in right field. 25 is Isaac Vaughn. Number 1 is Luke Rednile at short. 3 is Gavin Orta. And number 5 is Javon Marks. Manager for Spring Hill National is Will Orta, Dan Boyd, and Jim Redmile, the assistant coaches. Again, that batting lineup again is Williams, Cruz, Tanner Hendrickson, Torna, and Boyd. Evans, Williams, Caden Williams, and Vaughn, and then Rednile, Orta, and Marks. Defensively for West Volusia with their red and blue tops with the white letters and numbers with, I believe, the blue trim, white pants with the blue stripe down the side. Across the infield from left to right, from third to first, is 21, Travis Caldwell. 24 is Matthew McCoy. 4 is Tyler Owens. 3 is Joseph Kitchens. The outfield from left to right is number 6, Logan Kennedy. 44 is Austin Long. And 83 is Octavio Placencia. Behind the plate is number 5, William Shabansky Jr. And on the bump is number 9, Cameron Schweit. Gary Schweit is the manager for West Volusia with William Shabansky and Rob Long, the assistant coaches. Just as we get underway here with Game 2, no more than 5 minutes ago, behind us, a wild finish. The game went 8 innings with the host Sebring, who at one point was down 7-2, wins it on a walk-off wild pitch, 8-7. So it'll be Sebring and San Antonio at 10 a.m. behind us on Field 3, where Art Shandell will bring you the action there. In about 30 minutes or so, Art will bring you the winner's bracket game with Mariana and Holmes. We've still got a coaches meeting of sorts as number 9, Schweit, does his warm-up tosses. So we'll take us a quick break here on JockJive.com.
The Sportsmanship Award is one of the most coveted awards to be won at this Dixie Youth Baseball Tournament. Sportsmanship is playing hard to win, but realizing all cannot become winners. It is being a gracious loser and even more a gracious winner. Good sportsmanship involves such matters as fair play, keen rivalry, but careful observance of the rules, courtesy, and a generous attitude toward an opponent. To be considered for an award for sportsmanship, a team must, 1, demonstrate good conduct and positive attitude by all players and coaches, both on and off the field. Number 2, be prompt and participate in all scheduled activities throughout the tournament. 3, have fans that show good conduct and attitude toward umpires and opposing teams. And 4, be neat in appearance and dress of both team and coaches at all times. We ask all in attendance here at this Dixie Youth Tournament, join the coaches and players in making these qualifications the rule of behavior while attending these tournament games. Let's make this year a wonderful year of fun and great memories.
Back here at the Max Long Recreational Complex in Sebring. JockJive Sports Productions works small events and large, from T-ball to the Toyota Center, youth sports to collegiate, audio only to full-scale production for ESPN. We do it all. To find out how we can cover your team or event, email info@jockjive.com. If you're looking for class and comfort all rolled into one luxurious but very affordable package, you'll want to stay at the Residence Inn by Marriott. Located on Tubbs Road in Sebring, they're near everything that makes a stay convenient and enjoyable. Their service is second to none, and Residence Inn is staffed by people who genuinely care about the youth of our community and aren't afraid to show it. Residence Inn in Sebring. Come take up residence with us. As pitch number 1 at 12:36 is up and away, so we're just a few minutes off of schedule. Again, earlier today it was San Antonio over Okeechobee 8-2. So they'll take on Sebring in an elimination game tomorrow. The pitch is a ball away, ball 2. So right now we are down to 7 teams. We'll be down to 6 after the end of this one. As we mentioned, an elimination game. The 2-0 hits the outside corner for strike. The number you see on the screen is a number to text. It is not a number to call right now. It is a number to text. A shout out of to your favorite player or team. It's 850-380-7267. You will get those on the air as time allows. The 2-2 is off the end of the bat, foul. In the T-ball division, we have another elimination game with another pair of powerhouses, West Volusia and Sebring, looking to stay alive in the T-ball division. Then coming up later at 1 o'clock, Sebring and Spring Hill National in the O-zone. Final game of the winner's bracket there. That's popped up left side, left fielder, or third baseman giving chase, runs out of room, so it'll be another 2-2 pitch. Count 2-2 here to Cameron Schweit. The 2-2 to Williams is low and in the dirt. That'll run the count full. And the payoff pitch swung on, hit over the left field. It'll drop into shallow left for a leadoff single for Rhett Williams. Spring Hill National with a runner on here for Brayton Cruz, the first baseman.
Number 11, Brayton Cruz.
Only 2 games today here on Field 2 and just 1 tomorrow. There'll be 2 over on Field 3 tomorrow, and then after my 1 game here, I'll jump over and do an O-zone game. I believe it will be the Okeechobee and Sebring Spring Hill National winner. The latter 2 teams are playing at 1. So I'll bring you the final of the winner's bracket of the O-zone tomorrow afternoon. Pitch from Schweit is popped up, shortstop, actually be the center fielder coming in and making the catch. That's Austin Long for out number 1. Taryn Hendrickson, the pitcher, to the plate.
Bat number 99, Taryn Hendrickson.
I'm going to assume he and Tanner are brothers, if not twins. The pitch is a ground ball to the shortstop. He has it. He'll go to second in time for the out. That'll go 6-4 on the fielder's choice as Williams forced out there. 2 down here in the first for Tanner Hendrickson. He's the third baseman. The pitch to Tanner is up for a ball. In the other games going on right now, well, it'll probably be another 20 minutes or so. That swung on, popped up on the infield. The pitcher says, I got it, and he does for out number 3. We'll give you that schedule. If we give you these lineups here, the bottom of the first, West Volusia will send the following lineup to the plate against Spring Hill National pitcher Taryn Hendrickson. 44 is the center fielder, Austin Long. 3 is Joseph Kitchens at first. 9 is Cameron Schweit, the pitcher. 21 is the third baseman, Travis Caldwell. 24 is Matthew McCoy at short. 5 is William Szymanski Jr. He's doing the catching. 83 is Octavio Placencia in right field. 6 is Logan Kennedy in left field. 1 is Cameron Walker. 4 is Tyler Owens at second. 99 is Nathan Capria. And 11 is Elio Rosado. Gary Schweit, the manager. William Szymanski, Rob Long, the assistant coaches. That lineup again for West Volusia. Long, Kitchens, Schweit, Caldwell, McCoy, Szymanski Jr., Placencia, Kennedy, Walker, and Owens, Caprio, Rosado. Defensively for Spring Hill National, across the infield, from left to right, from third base to first base, is 22 Tanner Henriksen. 1 is Luke Rednile. 4 is Braden Evans, and 11 is Brayton Cruz. The outfield from left to right, 34 is Jacob Boyd. 24 is Rhett Williams. 10 is Caden Williams. Behind the plate, number 27 is Jonathan Torna, and on the bump is number 99, Taryn Henriksen. Again, Will Orta is the Spring Hill National manager, with Dan Boyd and Jim Redmile, the assistant coaches. As Henriksen continues his warm-ups, we'll take a quick break here on JockJive.com.
Dixie Youth Baseball fans, did you know that in this season there were $72,000 scholarships awarded to deserving high school seniors throughout the 11 states in which Dixie Youth Baseball is played? Dixie Youth Baseball has now given over $1,240,000 to former Dixie Youth players and scholarships. Any high school senior who has played Dixie Youth Baseball is eligible to apply for a scholarship. The Dixie Youth Scholarship Program, just one of the good things that are a part of this program. Every league in Dixie Youth Baseball sets their sights each year on the Dixie Youth Baseball World Series. In August, champions in the Majors Division, the AAA Division, or the O-Zone Division from each state compete for the #1 position in Dixie Youth Baseball. Why not combine your vacation with a week of championship youth baseball at the Dixie Youth World Series?
Back to action here in the bottom of the first. Ball 1 to Austin Long. It's a big swing and a miss by Long. That'll even things at 1-1. It'll be Long, Kitchens, Cameron, Schweit here for West Volusia. Just underway in this elimination game. The pitch is swung on, popped up, out of play off the roof. To our right, 1-2. In case you are wondering, according to the Weather Channel, it is 92 degrees, and it feels like an even 100. It is swung on and fouled back. That feels like temperature was at 99 yesterday. Just couldn't get over the century mark. Well, we're at it right now. And like I said, the sun is definitely beaten down hard amidst the cloud cover. The pitch is swung on and fouled back. Henriksen with 2 strikes on the batter. Long, the center fielder. The pitch is swung on, popped up, shortstop, ranging to his left with the basket catch. That's Luke Rednile for out number 1. As Joseph Kitchens to the plate. He's the first baseman.
Up to bat, number 3, Joseph Kitchens.
West Volusia definitely has unique-looking uniform. It starts red and then it fades to blue. Looks like it's dry fit material, again with white letters on the front, white letters on the back, and the white number. The pitch is off the plate, and then I'll make it 2-0. Spring Hill National lost 4-2 to Marietta in their opener on Saturday. The pitch is a ground ball. Diving stop by the shortstop, and that's all they'll get. Great effort. Long run by Redmile. But that'll be an infield hit for Joseph Kitchens. Then Spring Hill National stayed alive with a 6-2 win over Franklin County yesterday. West Volusia lost 12-1 in 5 innings to Hardy on Saturday. And came back to beat Sneeds in extra innings, 7-6. Ground ball right side, past the first baseman, and into right field. That'll be a base hit.
Up to bat, number 21, Travis Caldwell.
So West Volusia with something brewing here as Travis Caldwell, big third baseman. Caldwell looks like he could be about 12 or even 13. He's got some good size to him. I'm sure the high schools down in West Volusia are counting down the days and years until they get a hold of him. Imagine he'll be a multi-sport athlete. That's going to be low for a ball to Caldwell. 1-0. Matthew McCoy waiting on deck. Taryn Hendrickson with the pitch. It is swung on and missed. Big cut there. It's 1-1. As we mentioned moments ago, game went over 2.5 hours. Sebring, the host, down 7-2 at one point. Pecked and pawed, and won it on a walk-off wild pitch in the 8th, 8-7. The longest game we've had in the tournament so far. I believe that's the second day in a row. My colleague Art Sendell had an extra inning game to start the day. The pitch is a swing and a miss for strike 3, 2 down.
Up to bat number 24, Matthew McCoy.
Matthew McCoy to the plate. Fortunately, we only have one more game after this. He will bring you the winner's bracket game with Mariana and Holmes County. McCoy, the shortstop, bats from the right side. The pitch, he checks his swing. He did not go around for ball 1. McCoy with that multicolored sleeve on the right side. It's got some red, white, and dark blue in it. The pitch is a swing and a miss. Runner headed to third to throw down, and he's going to be out by a mile. That's going to go 2-5 as Kitchen's thrown out. So McCoy will bat in the bottom of the second to lead things off. But first things first, we head to the top half of the second. No score between Spring Hill National and West Volusia. Elimination game here on day 3 of the Florida DYB AAA State Tournament, which you're listening to here on JockJive.com.
Did you know a child may start in the Dixie program at or below age 6 and continue through age 19? Yes, there's an opportunity for youth 6 through 19 to enjoy baseball in Dixie. Dixie Youth, Dixie Boys, Dixie Majors. If your league is not a part of these baseball programs, contact a Dixie official for information and bring your child up in Dixie. What makes Dixie Youth Baseball different? Well, one good rule is required participation. During the local season, every player on every team is required to play in every game, and all tournament players are required to bat at least once in every game. It's not a perfect rule, but it's much more than most youth baseball organizations do, and it allows each baseball player to be an active participant. Just being a part of each win or loss means so much to the child. They just want to belong, and Dixie Youth Baseball sees to it that they do by making this a regular rule. We think this is a step in the right direction, the child's direction.
Back here at the Max Long Complex here in Sebring, where we want to let you know that coming this summer on JockJive.com, Dixie Youth Baseball, Dixie Baseball, the Cal Ripken World Series, the NJCAA Women's Basketball All-Star Weekend, and a whole lot more. Yes, there are plenty of reasons to come back often to JockJive.com. And don't forget to subscribe to the JockJive YouTube channel. We stream all Dixie Youth Baseball, most youth sports, and high school football in the fall to our YouTube channel. And you'll want to know first what games are coming your way. What's coming your way right now is the top of the second, as Spring Hill National will send up 5, 6, and 7, and Jonathan Torna, Jacob Boyd, Braden Evans here in a scoreless tie here in the early going. Second of our 2 elimination games here on field 2 today. The pitch is off the end of the bat to the shortstop. He has it. A long throw. Pulls him off the bag, but he comes back down on it, does Joseph Kitchens. Matthew McCoy with the 6-3 start to that put out. So 1 pitch, 1 out for Jacob Boyd. Earlier here on field 2 was San Antonio advancing in the elimination bracket, 8-2 over Okeechobee. So right now we have 7 teams still alive. This will make 6 after the end of this one. Ball 1 to Jacob Boyd. We started with 11, it looks like. The pitch is popped up on the infield. Catcher coming out, and he can't get to it. As the pitcher checked up thinking the catcher was going to get to it, and Szymanski could not make the play. That'll be an infield hit. Probably an easier play for the pitcher as he's coming in, and obviously not lugging around as much gear as the catcher. Braden Evans, the second baseman.
Number 4, Braden Evans.
Again, the winner of this tournament, which could be Wednesday afternoon or Thursday morning, will advance to the Dixie Youth World Series in Lumberton, North Carolina, starting on August the 4th. They'll be joined by Mariana's Traditional Majors, who won that state tournament 2 weeks ago. The pitch. Low for a ball. Gets away from Szymanski. Runner will advance on the wild pitch. Also heading to Lumberton the week before are Spring Hill's machine pitch team, and Okeechobee will represent in the coach pitch for Team Florida. They won the tournament in Bristol a couple weeks ago. Ground ball, actually ball hits left field, gets past him briefly. He'll bring it in, and they will hold the runner at third on the single to left by Braden Evans. And now Spring Hill National with something brewing. As Caden Williams, C-A-D-Y-N Williams, will step in. He's the right fielder.
Caden Williams.
Playing position 9, batting in position 8, wearing number 10. The pitch. Popped up, second baseman rolling over and will make the catch. Long run there by the second baseman, Tyler Owens, as he plucks it out of the air for out number 2. Seeing a lot of first pitch swinging here by Spring Hill in this inning as Isaac Vaughn, number 25, to the plate.
Now batting number 25, Isaac Vaughn.
Big swing and a miss, strike one. Isaac Vaughn's got that body of Mo Vaughn. Big bat for the Red Sox several years back. The pitch off the end of the bat, foul by just a foot down the right side. It's 0-2. So again, we have, it'll be Mariana and Holmes coming up later in the AAA. Starting at 1 o'clock, Sebring, Spring Hill National in the winner's bracket in the O-Zone. Then at noon, the second of 3 games for Mike Rideout of West Volusia Sebring in the elimination game, as that is a strike 3 called for out number 3. As the first strikeout for Cameron Schweit. As they leave 2 on, they've left 3 on in an inning and a half. We will head to the bottom of the second we get back. West Volusia, Spring Hill National tied at 0. In this elimination game, the 2018 Florida DYB AAA State Tournament, which you're listening to on JockJive.com.
Are you aware of the scholarship program available to participants in Dixie Youth Baseball? Hundreds of men and women have won scholarships and used them to help pay for their education after graduating from high school. 70 $2,000 scholarships were given away this year. To apply for a scholarship, you must be a senior in high school, complete the application, and mail it by March 1st to be considered for one of these awards. If you played Dixie Youth Baseball in past years and you will be a senior in high school next year, we encourage you to think about this opportunity. Many are glad they did. Sportsmanship is one of the goals of Dixie Youth Baseball. At times, we see good sportsmanship displayed by everyone, except for some adults. We feel that as adults, regardless of whether or not they're active in the program, they're supposed to set a good example. Everyone can do this as they sit in the stands cheering for their favorite team. Be a good example of sportsmanship. Yell for, not against a team. In this way, you can set a good example of sportsmanship. Fans are as much a part of the game as the umpires, so be a good fan by cheering for your team and not against the other.
Back here at Sebring, where I'm looking at our brackets here, we got a lot of powerhouses going up against each other today. Of course, we got Spring Hill, West Volusia here. We have Sebring and Spring Hill fixing to battle in the O-Zone. And about to get underway, West Volusia and Sebring in the T-ball division.
Now batting number 24, Matthew McCoy.
Several parks we've become very accustomed to calling here at state tournament action over the last near decade. Line drive caught by the first baseman for out number 1. McCoy lining out on the first pitch to Brayton Cruz. One down here in the second. Number 5 is William Shemansky Jr., the catcher.
Now batting number 5, William Shemansky Jr.
Pitch to Shemansky is a big swing and a miss, 0-1. Octavio Placencia waits on deck. I believe he played behind the plate yesterday, now playing in right field. The pitch swung on, fouled straight back, now 0-2. The pitch, this one is low. I believe it got a piece of the umpire. Well, shout out to those guys. They're definitely earning their keep this week. Probably losing some weight in the process with this heat. Unfortunately, up here in the press box, a lot of pizza and things of that nature. What they're losing, we're gaining up here for sure. That is strike 3 called for out number 2. As Octavio Placencia to the plate, Placencia. He bats from the left side with the orange batting gloves. He takes a big swing and a miss for strike 1. Yeah, the batting helmets are black with some orange and yellow going with his red, white, and blue uniform. He about has the entire rainbow covered out there. The pitch up and in for ball 1. I guess he's missing green. Hendrickson's 1-1 to Placencia. Swing and a miss for strike 2. As Hendrickson looking to retire his 4th batter in a row. As the cloud cover getting a little heavier here. The pitch swung on and fouled out of play. As number 6, Logan Kennedy hopes to bat this inning, but he needs Placencia to continue it. The 1-2 pitch is up and away. That'll even things at 2-2. And you're listening to the 2018 Florida Dixie Youth Baseball AAA State Tournament here from Sebring, Florida. On a very warm day here. The pitch is swung on, foul back. Good battle here with Placencia and Hendrickson. And be one intense game of Scrabble between those two guys. The 2-2 to Placencia is up and away for ball 3. The payoff pitch is going to miss outside for ball 4. So a 2-out walk to Placencia will bring Kennedy to the plate.
Now batting number 6, Logan Kennedy.
Okay, so Caden Williams is the only one ineligible to pitch today for Spring Hill National. Everybody else is eligible. Again, those pitching rules. One can pitch up to 40 and be eligible to pitch next day. 41 to 65 pitches requires a 36-hour rest from pitching. 66 plus 48 hours with a maximum of 75. Kennedy is the starting left fielder for West Volusia. The pitch is a strike call to throw down to second. Close play, not in time. As the shortstop, Redmile had to do the swipe tag as he went by, but a little hesitation there by Torna at the beginning. Difference there. Might have had him if he let it go earlier. 1-0 to Kennedy. The pitch up and in. Now 2-0. Actually, scratch that, make it 1-1. Thank you, Mr. Umpire. As Cameron Walker waits on deck. No score at the moment. The pitch is a swing and a miss. 1-2. There are 3 games today in the T-ball division. It'll be Brooksville and DeSoto coming up later. The pitch is a strike 3 called, and he knew it. So West Volusia will leave a runner on here in the second as Taryn Hendrickson strikes out his 3rd batter of the game. We're through 2 to the top of the 3rd we go when we get back. It is scoreless between Spring Hill National and West Volusia, an elimination game of the 2018 Florida DYB State Tournament here on JockJive.com.
Dixie Youth Baseball is dedicated to building the youth within our community to become responsible citizens tomorrow. The real goal of the program is to teach fair play, honesty, and love of God and country. Those who play Dixie Youth Baseball are generally better for life as a result of the lessons they learn in how to meet and accept as members of a team and in the game of competition. Help us in the Dixie Youth program by offering your services as an adult volunteer. Lend a hand to our youth. There's no greater calling.
Are you a friend of Jock Jive on Facebook? Do you follow us on Twitter? Have you subscribed to our YouTube channel? If you aren't, don't, and haven't, please do. We are growing exponentially and want you to keep up with us. Plus, we want to stay in touch with you. So go to the homepage of JockJive.com to like us, follow us, and subscribe on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. We'll jock and roll together.
Back to action here, top of the 3rd for Spring Hill National. It'll be Redmile, Orta, and Marks, batters 10, 11, and 12. A sub here for West Volusia. Logan Kennedy to right for Octavio Placencia, even though I already had him in the game. We must have had one of those defensive changes in the second inning and just missed it. So we'll have to figure out who that left fielder is now. As Luke Redmile, the shortstop, will lead things off here for the boys in navy blue. Gets the boys in red and blue. First pitch from Schweit, changeup, misses high for ball 1.
Now the hammer one, Luke Redmile.
Still waiting to get started on that game behind us. The pitch is low. As we mentioned earlier, the game went about 2.5 hours as Sebring rallied from 7-2 down, winning on a walk-off wild pitch with the bases loaded. 8-7 was the final over Bartow. The pitch is swung on and hit down the right side, but foul. Count now 2-1. The pitch hits the outside corner for strike 2. That's even now at 2-2. Schweik with the 2-2 is swung on and missed. Is it tipped? No. He swung and missed. And apparently here in the AAA division, you cannot advance on a drop third strike.
Now batting number 3, Gavin Orta.
Number 3 is Gavin Orta. First pitch to him. Ground ball, one hop to the shortstop, over to first. In time, that'll go 6-3 for out number 2. That's 4 in a row retired. As Javon Marks to the plate, the 12th and final batter for Spring Hill National.
Now batting number 5, Jamont Marks.
The pitch, big swing and a miss by Marks. It's 0-1. As Schweik calls time. Gotta tie the shoes. And the clouds rolling in from, looks like from right to left. I mentioned earlier that we had about a 30% chance of rain at 3 o'clock, which is not a real high percentage. Swung on, ground ball, right side. First baseman will take it himself. 3 unassisted. So a 1-2-3, top of the third. As West Volusia will now come to bat in the bottom of the third with still no score here in this elimination game, the 2018 Florida DYB AAA State Tournament, which you're listening to on JockJive.com.
Here are some things you may not know about Jock Jive. We're one of the nation's premier sports production companies. From audio only to full-scale video productions, we can do it all. Our list of clients is continuing to grow and includes the Southwestern Athletic Conference, Gulf South Conference, NJCAA, Georgia Collegiate Athletic Association, Alabama Community College Conference, Perfect Game, Great American Rivalries, youth sports like Dixie, American Legion, Babe Ruth, plus a litany of high schools, junior colleges, and more. We've worked with names I bet you recognize, like Johnny Manziel, Trent Dilfer, Doug Williams, Monty Coleman, and more. And we travel to practically every part of the country, from New York to California, Florida to Minnesota, and everywhere in between. Here's another thing you may not know. We are ready to come to work for you. That's right, we have a package to fit practically every budget. Just go to JockJive.com and contact us to get international coverage for your next sporting event. Your athletes deserve the best. They deserve Jock Jive.
Back here at Sebring, where I was about to check the forecast before we went to break, it was supposed to be 30% at 3 o'clock. It's down to 15, but it jumps up to 30 at 5 o'clock, then 60 at 6 and 7, then back down to 15. So anything, it'll just be a brief shower. Then we would get here tomorrow, though. 5% chance at 10, but jumps up to 30 at 11 and 12, to 35 at 1 o'clock. So hopefully the percentages will work in our favor, that it's a 70 or 65% chance that it won't rain. Coming this fall to JockJive.com, SWAC football, soccer, and volleyball, Tuskegee football, the ACCC Game of the Week, Great American Rivalries, HBCU football, Navarre and Baker High School football, Georgia Military College football, Gulf South Conference soccer, and more. Check us out often. We are Jock Jive Sports. As Cameron Walker will lead things off, it'll be 9, 10, 11 for West Volusia here in the bottom of the third. The pitch is a strike call. And Walker, Owens, and Capria, and then Alio Rosado, should anybody reach, for the boys in red and blue. The 0-1 upstairs as he leans back to miss that one. Again, tournament started with 11. We were down to 9 after Sunday. We'll be down to 6 after the end of this one. The pitch, swing and a miss. Count now 1 and 2. That sun is beating down hard here in South Central Florida, as you would expect in July. Chopper Play made by the first baseman. Takes a couple steps to his left. That'll be 3 unassisted as Brayton Cruz puts that one away. 1 down here in the third. Tyler Owens is the second baseman. He will step to the plate.
Now batting number 4, Tyler Owens.
Pitch to him. It misses outside for ball 1. Apparently that game is underway in the Ozone Division with Sebring and Spring Hill National. Jock Jive owner, Mr. Robert Williamson's bringing you that one. That's a swing and a miss, now 1-1. We celebrated a birthday last week. The 1-1 pitch. Pardon me, misses for ball 2. It's now 2-1. Count is 2-1, says the home plate umpire. Pitch from Hendrickson, up and away for ball 3. Hendrickson so far, 2 hits allowed, 1 walk, and 3 strikeouts. Looks like he just went over the 40 pitch mark. At 41, the pitch is a swing and a miss. Count now 3-2. So we can't worry about the pitch count now when you're, especially if you're in the elimination bracket. You got to survive and advance it by any means necessary. The payoff pitch is off the plate for ball 4. So a 1-out walk to Tyler Owens, and that'll bring Nathan Capria to the plate, number 99. Pitch to Capria is a big swing and a miss, 0-1. As Eliel Rosado, E-L-I-E-L, Rosado, waits on deck. Still no score in this elimination game here in the bottom of the third. Pitch is low for ball 1. Can't recall off the top of my head, but this might be the longest we've gone without a run in the tournament here in the bottom of the third. First day, we saw 3 games end early on the mercy rule. That's a swing and a miss. Count now 1-2. But we did not have a mercy rule game at all on Sunday in our 5 games. 4 of the 5 on Saturday ended early, though. The 1-2, big swing and a miss by Capria. That'll be another strikeout. Out number 2 and strikeout number 4 for Taryn Hendrickson. As Eliel Rosado with the fancy looking helmet, the airbrushed baseball bats on the back with the baseball on the side. And the pitch to Rosado is swung on and fouled to the left side. West Volusia has had a runner on in every inning. Spring Hill went 1-2-3 in the third. That's the only 1-2-3 half inning we've had so far. The 0-1 swung on, foul back. 0-2. Despite all the runners that have been stranded, we're only less than 45 minutes into our broadcast. The 0-2 pitch is going to miss outside for ball 1. Should the inning continue, we'll be back to the top of the lineup with Austin Long. The 1-2 pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. So that'll do it here for the bottom of the third, as West Volusia will leave a runner on for the third straight inning. 5 strikeouts now in 3 innings for Hendrickson. Halfway home here in our second elimination game of the day, and still no score between Spring Hill National and West Volusia. And again, you're listening to JockJive.com.
Here are some things you may not know about Jock Jive. We're one of the nation's premier sports production companies. From audio only to full-scale video productions, we can do it all. Our list of clients is continuing to grow and includes the Southwestern Athletic Conference, Gulf South Conference, NJCAA, Georgia Collegiate Athletic Association, Alabama Community College Conference, Perfect Game, Great American Rivalries, youth sports like Dixie, American Legion, Babe Ruth, plus a litany of high schools, junior colleges, and more. We've worked with names I bet you recognize, like Johnny Manziel, Trent Dilfer, Doug Williams, Monty Coleman, and more. And we travel to practically every part of the country, from New York to California, Florida to Minnesota, and everywhere in between. Here's another thing you may not know. We are ready to come to work for you. That's right, we have a package to fit practically every budget. Just go to JockJive.com and contact us to get international coverage for your next sporting event. Your athletes deserve the best. They deserve Jock Jive.
Hey, business owners, looking for a way to reach and rock your potential customer base into checking out your products and services? Then you need to advertise on JockJive.com. We broadcast hundreds of sporting events annually all over the country. Football, baseball, basketball, softball, it's all right here. Whether live or archived, it's on Jock Jive. Reach the masses. Call 334-488-1385 or email info@JockJive.com.
Did you know a child may start in the Dixie program at or below age 6 and continue through age 19? Yes, there's an opportunity for youth 6 through 19 to enjoy baseball in Dixie. Dixie Youth, Dixie Boys, Dixie Majors. If your league is not a part of these baseball programs, contact a Dixie official for information and bring your child up in Dixie.
Top of the fourth, first pitch is a strike 1 to Rhett Williams, who singled and was left at first on a fielder's choice. Actually, he was forced out. Still no score. This elimination game, the pitch is swung on, ground ball. Bobbled by the third baseman. The shortstop will just put it in his pocket. Actually bounced off the leg of Travis Caldwell. That's going to be an E5. As Brayton Cruz now to the plate.
Now batting number 11, Brayton Cruz.
And Caldwell's a big boy down there at third base. Just didn't get that glove down low enough. Pitch to Cruz is a ball outside. Pitch is a ball outside. Now 2-0. Brayton Cruz, who flew out to center his first time. It looks like the clouds are winning the day at the moment. It's covering up the sun. The pitch is a strike called, which I guess means instead of it feeling like 100, it feels like it may be 98. Maybe 97 if you're lucky. The 2-1 is a changeup in there for a strike. Nice pitch. It's 2-2. Both Schweit and Hendrickson have gone the distance here. Both of them are over the 40-pitch mark, I believe. No, Schweit closing in. He's at 38 right now. This will be number 38. Is a changeup. It's a strike 3 called. If it works once, go at it again. Schweit with only his third strikeout. One down here for Taryn Hendrickson. Hit into a fielder's choice his first time. And I believe, is that a balk? Looked like he went into a windup there and then stopped. Guess no balk. The pitch. Ground ball past the third baseman in the left for a base hit. So 2 runners on. The runner's going to go to third. It comes into the shortstop. That's alert base running. Instead of going to third, the throw came into short. And just like that, runners at second and third. As Spring Hill National looks to strike first. As Tanner Hendrickson
Now batting number 22, Tanner Hendrickson.
to the plate. And he takes a pitch inside as Szymanski tried to frame it for him. Held it there a little longer. But the umpire unswayed. 1-0 the count. The pitch change up. That one's going to miss high. Now 2-0. Infielders are in, but not as much as you would think to cut the run at the plate. The pitch backhanded by the catcher as it's outside for ball 3. The 3-0, that's going to short hop home plate for ball 4, and the bases are now loaded. And I think we're going to have time as manager Gary Schweitz going to go out and talk to son and teammates. I've not seen him take the ball out of his glove yet, but as they talk. At Inn on the Lakes in Sebring, you'll enjoy the luxury of casual yet elegant surroundings that are as pleasing to the eye as they are comfortable and relaxing. With more than 155 spacious, beautifully decorated guest rooms and suites, you can afford the best that Sebring, Florida hotels have to offer. At Inn on the Lakes, you'll be afforded all of the comforts of home, in addition to stunning views that overlook the lakes and the finest hospitality around. To find out more, go to innonthelakes.com or call 1-800-534-5253, and that is INNonTheLakes.com. So bases full for Spring Hill as Torna takes ball 1. Torna grounded out to short his first time. Again, your base runners for Spring Hill National is Rhett Williams at third, Taryn Hendrickson at second, and Tanner Hendrickson at first. The pitch. Ground ball to the third baseman. He's going to tag his base instead of going home with it, and a run's going to score. So they get the out, but not the out you were hoping. 5 unassisted as the RBI plates the game's first run. Torna knocking in Rhett Williams.
Now batting number 34, Jacob Boyd.
He did have time to come home with it, though, as Jacob Boyd, with a single his first time, takes a swing and a miss for strike 1. And the throw goes into the pitcher, and they lost track of the runner as the lead runner takes third. Good aggressive base running there by Hendrickson. Steals third. Runners now at the corners. Schweitz pitch to Boyd. Change up. Popped up. It'll drop into shallow center for a hit. Another run will score. Spring Hill National on top 2-0. Boyd with his second hit as Tanner Hendrickson scores.
Now batting number 4, Braden Evans.
As Braden Evans to the plate, he singled his first time up. Pitch is popped up. Shallow left field. Left fielder charging, and he can't make the play. He makes a diving attempt, but can't get it. The bases will be loaded. Long run for the left fielder out there, whose number we cannot see from here. So the bases are chock full.
Now batting number 10,
Caden Williams to the plate. Infield coming in again. The pitch change up is going to miss high for ball 1. So Schweitz got to be over the 40 pitch mark now. Yeah, he's at 48, 49. But survive and advance, the name of the game today, regardless of pitch count. That's fouled back, 1-1. 75 is the max number here in the AAA division. In the majors and O-Zone, it is 85. The 1-1 to Williams. Change up, he fouls it back. Swinging the ball up in his eyes there. It's 1-2. Clouds winning the day right now, covering up the sun, making it at least a little easier to see out the window. Wild pitch. Bounces back to the catcher, but nobody moves. As again, there's probably about 15 feet, no more than 20 of real estate from home plate to the backstop. The ball bounced over Szymanski's glove, but one bounced once and back to him. The 2-2 to Williams. Swung on, popped into shallow center. It'll drop for a hit. 1 run will score. Will they send a second? Yes, they will. The throw's coming into Plum, and he'll be safe. He gets under the tag. Again, Szymanski had the ball over the plate, but just not low enough. As the second runner, Jacob Boyd, slid in safely. It is 4-0. So the single from Williams, plating Torna and Boyd. The 8th batter of the inning.
25, Isaac Vaughn.
Make that the 9th batter of the inning is Isaac Vaughn. He struck out looking his first time. Pitch swung on, ground ball to the second baseman. He has it over to first. Oh, and he throws it away. One's going to score. The throw coming in will not be in time. 2-run score on the air. And the wheels are coming off for West Volusia. Time is called as Evans will score and Caden Williams will score. If you're West Volusia, you need to be careful that you don't bring the run rule into play. It's 10 after 4. So Spring Hill National still has to do some work to do on that end.
Rhett Williams.
Back to the top, Rhett Williams reached on an error to start this inning, so 2 errors in the inning. That's a swing and a miss. Again, we're seeing a lot more white in the clouds than gray, but there is some gray in them. The pitch is a strike 2 called. And we have to wait for the home plate umpire to signal it. Of course, I don't blame them if they're not going to do a lot of grunting and growling the pitches out there. It is 100 degrees out there. The 0-2. Swung on, popped into center. That will drop for a hit. The throw to second will be late. And the hit parade continues for Spring Hill National.
Now batting number 11, Braden Cruz.
The 5th of the inning as Braden Cruz struck out looking his first time. Swung on, popped into center. Center fielder ranging over to his left and will put it away for out number 3, Austin Long. But the damage has been done in a big way. A 6 spot here in the 4th for Spring Hill National. On 5 hits, 2 huge errors, and 2 left. To the bottom of the 4th we go. It is now 6-0. Spring Hill National here in this elimination game. The 2018 Florida DYB AAA State Tournament, which you're listening to here on JockJive.com.
What makes Dixie Youth Baseball different? Well, one good rule is required participation. During the local season, every player on every team is required to play in every game. And all tournament players are required to bat at least once in every game. It's not a perfect rule, but it's much more than most youth baseball organizations do. And it allows each baseball player to be an active participant. Just being a part of each win or loss means so much to the child. They just want to belong. And Dixie Youth Baseball sees to it that they do by making this a regular rule. We think this is a step in the right direction, the child's direction. Are you of the scholarship program available to participants in Dixie Youth Baseball, hundreds of men and women have won scholarships and used them to help pay for their education after graduating from high school. 70 $2,000 scholarships were given away this year. To apply for a scholarship, you must be a senior in high school, complete the application, and mail it by March 1st to be considered for one of these awards. If you played Dixie Youth Baseball in past years and you will be a senior in high school next year, we encourage you to think about this opportunity. Many are glad they did.
Spring Hill has met their substitution requirement.
Back to action here in Sebring, where Isaac Vaughn in the center for Rhett Williams, and apparently all their defensive subs have been met. Final in the T-ball division, West Volusia 22-10 over Sebring, so Sebring's first team has been ousted from the tournament. But with the tradition that Sebring has in Florida Dixie Youth Baseball, pretty sure that group of kids will be back as they rise through the ranks. So my buddy Mike Rideout will have one more left in the T-ball division. It'll be Brooksville and DeSoto. That'll be the winner's bracket game at 2. Hit down the right side, foul by Austin Long, who popped out to short his first time. We are in the bottom of the 4th. Spring Hill National erupting for a half dozen in that top of the 4th. They look to stay alive here in the elimination bracket. The winner of this one will get the loser of the game going on behind us on Field 3, winner's bracket action with Mariana and Holmes County, the pitch. Those two teams will get awfully familiar with each other as they get older. Rivals in the Panhandle. Pitch is a swing and a miss. Actually, Holmes County's big rival is Chipley, but Mariana's in that part of the world too. On the central time of central side of the Central Eastern Time Zone line, which was interesting. We mentioned this earlier. The machine pitch and the major state tournaments were in Liberty County in Bristol, Florida, which is 5 minutes from Bluntstown, which is in Central Time. That's popped up right side, the first baseman underneath it, and he will put it away. That is Brayton Cruz for out number 1. That is now 3 in a row retired and 5 of the last 6. And 8 of the last 10. Joseph Kitchens reached on an infield single his first time. The pitch low and away for ball 1. The pitch, big swing and a miss, 1-1. Cameron Schweit waiting on deck. The pitch is swung on and fouled down the right side. See a gentleman up against the fence with a JoJo and a 3 on his back. I'm going to take a wild guess and say that's mom and dad down there. Watching their son battle here. Looking for his second hit. The pitch up and in. Oh, it gets him in the ribs and down he goes. Oh, goodness. And he is in some pain. Well, he's back. He's up on his knees there, but boy, he got popped right in the rib cage on that one. So he'll be on board for the second time, but boy, he's doing it the hard way here. As we see Mama out there to go check on his boy, which I'm sure he'll probably say, "Mama, get off the field, you're embarrassing me," or something like that. And it looks like he's all right, and he gets a nice hand as he heads down to first base. Is Cameron Schweigt to the plate, and will this be it for Hendrickson? Haven't seen him take the ball from him yet, but we do see somebody coming in from the outfield, and I think we will have a pitching change. We'll have it for you when we get back here on JockJive.com.
Sportsmanship is one of the goals of Dixie Youth Baseball. At times, we see good sportsmanship displayed by everyone except for some adults. We feel that as adults, regardless of whether or not they're active in the program, they're supposed to set a good example. Everyone can do this as they sit in the stands cheering for their favorite team. Be a good example of sportsmanship. Yell for, not against a team. In this way, you can set a good example of sportsmanship. Fans are as much a part of the game as the umpires, so be a good fan by cheering for your team and not against the other. Dixie Youth Baseball is dedicated to building the youth within our community to become responsible citizens tomorrow. The real goal of the program is to teach fair play, honesty, and love of God and country. Those who play Dixie Youth Baseball are generally better for life as a result of the lessons they learn in how to meet and accept as members of a team and in the game of competition. Help us in the Dixie Youth program by offering your services as an adult volunteer. Lend a hand to our youth. There's no greater calling.
Are you a friend of Jock Jive on Facebook? Do you follow us on Twitter? Have you subscribed to our YouTube channel? If you aren't, don't, and haven't, please do. We are growing exponentially and want you to keep up with us. Plus, we want to stay in touch with you. So go to the homepage of JockJive.com to like us, follow us, and subscribe on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. We'll jock and roll together.
Hey, business owners, looking for a way to reach and rock your potential customer base into checking out your products and services? Then you need to advertise on JockJive.com. We broadcast hundreds of sporting events annually all over the country. Football, baseball, basketball, softball, it's all right here. Whether live or archived, it's on Jock Jive. Reach the masses. Call 334-488-1385 or email info@JockJive.com.
Back here at Sebring, we're number 25 is Isaac Vaughn. He takes over on the mound, taking over for Taryn Hendrickson, who moves to third base for Tanner Hendrickson, who is now in center. Schweigt, who has gone the distance for West Volusia, I believe is at 58 pitches, so he's getting close to that 65 pitch threshold. Pitch to Schweigt is low and away, gets away from the catcher, throw down to second. Will not be in time. As Kitchen safe at second. Guess he's all right as he took that pop right in the rib cage. So I think the idea is that West Volusia may pull Schweigt. Well, I was about to say they might pull Schweigt, but they're down 6-0. They're battling for their lives here, so I figure they're waiting to see how close he gets to the 75 max mark before they absolutely have to pull him, because 75 is the max kid can pitch in this division. That is a strike call to Cameron Schweigt. He singled his first time up back in the first. Again, West Volusia has left a runner on in every inning. They've had chances to crack the scoring column. They're hoping to here as they're already down 6. The pitch is outside for ball 4. So for only the second time today, they have 2 runners on here.
Now batting number 21, Travis Caldwell.
As Travis Caldwell swung and missed to strike out in the first inning. As the sun is back out in a big way. The pitch from Vaughn is a swing and a miss. Heat index still at the even 100-degree mark. The pitch is outside. Count now 1-1. Pitch to Vaughn is a strike called. Took a little off there, 1-2. Looks like we got a couple of football linemen in the making here in this matchup between Vaughn and Caldwell, who swings and misses for strike 3. Two big boys right there. Second strikeout for Caldwell, and the 6th today by Spring Hill pitching. Matthew McCoy lined out to first his first time. And the first pitch he sees is grounded, just foul by about 2 feet down the left side, 0-1. And we will be back here again at 10 a.m. tomorrow. We will have one game on this field. The winner of this one will take on the loser of the other AAA game going on right now, Mariana and Holmes County. There'll be 2 games over on Field 3 with Art Schendel. Then I'll jump over to the Ozone Field to bring you the 1 o'clock game with Okeechobee, and the winner of the game going on right now is Sebring and Spring Hill National. And the pitch is swung on, popped up on the infield. Second baseman it drops in front of him, and they won't get a play anywhere. The bases are loaded. So McCoy finds some green in the infield, and the bases are loaded. The first time today West Volusia's had it, and it'll be William Szymanski Jr. who's going to have to shed the catcher's gear. Dad's going to help him out. Szymanski's another one with some good size to him. As Octavio Plasencia waits on deck, hoping that
Now batting number 5, William Szymanski
he will get a
Jr.
chance to bat. That means West Volusia will crack the scoreboard as the Spring Hill infield or outfield looks like they're playing awfully shallow. At least that's what it looks like from up here in the press box. Szymanski gets one over their head. We could see 3 runs come in. As the wild pitch. Play coming to the plate, and they won't get him as Torna tried to do it himself as he dove forward and got the tag, but just after the foot hit the bag of Joseph Kitchens. So apparently the hit by pitch by Kitchens doesn't affect his base running as he hustles in, make it a 6-1 game as the trail runners all move up. Schweit to third and McCoy to second. And we're in the bottom of the 4th in a 6-1 lead here for Spring Hill National. The pitch is outside. Nice backhanded stop by Torna. In the other games going on right now, as we mentioned, it's Mariana and Holmes County in the winner's bracket in the AAA division. Winner's bracket action in the O-Zone with Sebring and Spring Hill National. And coming up at 2 in the winner's bracket in the T-ball division, Brooksville and DeSoto. The pitch. Backhand gets past Torna. He's going to try to get him himself this time, and this time he's going to get him. I don't think Schweit even got to the base. He slid, and it looked like that toe was just inches from the bag. And Torna with the 2 unassisted. So Szymanski will bat in the bottom of the 5th to lead things off. West Volusia does get one. They were hoping for more, though. As they leave one on, they've left a runner on in every inning here. We will head to the top of the 5th when we get back. Spring Hill National looking to add to its 6-1 lead here. An elimination game, the 2018 Florida DYB AAA State Tournament, which you're listening to here on JockJive.com.
The Sportsmanship Award is one of the most coveted awards to be won at this Dixie Youth Baseball Tournament. Sportsmanship is playing hard to win, but realizing all cannot become winners. It is being a gracious loser and even more a gracious winner. Good sportsmanship involves such matters as fair play, keen rivalry, but careful observance of the rules, courtesy, and a generous attitude toward an opponent. To be considered for an award for sportsmanship, a team must, 1, demonstrate good conduct and positive attitude by all players and coaches, both on and off the field. Number 2, be prompt and participate in all scheduled activities throughout the tournament. 3, have fans that show good conduct and attitude toward umpires and opposing teams. And 4, be neat in appearance and dress of both team and coaches at all times. We ask all in attendance here at this Dixie Youth Tournament join the coaches and players in making these qualifications the rule of behavior while attending these tournament games. Let's make this year a wonderful year of fun and great memories.
Back to action here in the top of the 5th, where Cameron Schweit in his 58 pitches goes back to work. I think we're going to see a sub for West Volusia. Couple changes in the outfield for West Volusia. 83 is Placencia into left for Kennedy. Walker is in right for Placencia. So again, your outfield is Placencia, Long, and now Walker. It'll be the Hendricksons leading off here, Taryn and then Tanner here in the top of the 5th, followed by Jonathan Torna at Spring Hill.
Now batting number 99.
Thanks to their 6-run 4th lead here, 6-1 against West Volusia in this elimination game. Second of our 2 games today. We had 3 on this field the first 2 days. And the pitch from Schweit. Ground ball. Nice backhander by the shortstop. Long throw across. Not going to get him, but great glove work nonetheless by Matthew McCoy.
West Volusia has met their substitution requirement.
Like you just heard, they're all 3 of West Volusia's defensive replacements, Walker, Capria, Rosado, have all played. Yes, Tanner Hendrickson with a walk and a pop-out. Does he get plunked? Yes, he does. He did all he could to get out of the way. He twisted and jumped up, but I think it got him in the calf. So 2 runners on here, and we might have seen the last pitch from Cameron Schweit as Dad takes the ball from him. So we'll have the pitching change when we get back here on JockJive.com.
Dixie Youth Baseball fans, did you know that in this season there were $72,000 scholarships awarded to deserving high school seniors throughout the 11 states in which Dixie Youth Baseball is played? Dixie Youth Baseball has now given over $1,240,000 to former Dixie Youth players and scholarships. Any high school senior who has played Dixie Youth Baseball is eligible to apply for a scholarship. The Dixie Youth Scholarship Program, just one of the good things that are a part of this program.
Looks like Schweit, number 9, will head to shortstop. And to get a little pep talk from Dad. Good effort by the now shortstop out in this 100-degree heat. Just 1 inning and things just got away from him a little bit. So I believe McCoy, who was at short, is now in center. So I believe it's now Placencia, McCoy, and Walker in the outfield, as Schweit went to shortstop. Again, the Summer of Dixie is underway. Between now and mid-August, Jock Jive will be streaming all of this tournament, plus the Dixie Baseball 15U and Dixie Pre-Majors World Series, the AA, AAA, Ozone, and Majors World Series in Lumberton, and so much more. Catch it all right here on JockJive.com. Jonathan Torna will lead things off as Long throw his first pitch. Torna with a ground out to short in the second. He hit in a fielder's choice that drove in a run in the fourth, which is the inning of the game here, a 6-run fourth. But Spring Hill threatening here in the fifth. For West Volusia, you need to prevent the big inning here, because 5 more runs, Spring Hill could end it here in the fifth, should they shut down West Volusia in the bottom half. The pitch, change up, missing for a ball. Jacob Boyd waiting on deck. He's 2 for 2. Missing up for ball 2. Interesting, the 6, 7, and 8 batters, Boyd, Evans, and Williams, a combined 5 for 6 today. The 2-0. Swung on, hit to right field. The right fielder drifting over to his left. Oh, he gets over his head. Over the head of Walker as the run will come around to score. The throw coming in home will not be in time, and that's going to allow the trail runner, Torna, to take second. So a single and an RBI, even though it should have been caught. As Taryn Hendrickson scores, it is now 7-1. Now it takes the force out of play as the throw came home. Torna alertly takes second. Jacob Boyd hit a infield single in the second. Single to left in the fourth and drove in a run and scored. The pitch is a swing and a miss. Gets away. Here comes the runner. Play coming home, and they won't get him as Torna will take third on the play. Wild pitch makes it, I believe it's now 8-1. Again, the winner of this one and the loser of the game behind us with Marianna and Holmes will do battle here on Field 2 at 10 a.m. tomorrow. That one missing up for ball 1. Actually, I believe it's ball 3. Having to keep it in my book and on the computer here. 3-0, that's going to miss up. And is that a 4-pitch walk? No. See what the count is from the umpire if he gives it to us. Oh. Another pitch from Long, up and in. Now that must be 3-0. Braden Evans waits on deck again. He's got 2 hits as Szymanski's going to go out and talk to Long. Be sure to follow Jock Jive on Twitter and Facebook. On Twitter, we are at Jock Jive, and on Facebook, simply put Jock Jive Sports in the search engine. We'll give you scores, schedules, game highlights, event updates, and more. Twitter and Facebook, a great way to keep up with Jock Jive Sports. The 3-0 is up and in, a 4-pitch walk to Jacob Boyd. As Braden Evans to the plate.
Now batting number 4, Braden Evans.
The pitch, swing and a miss. Evans singled in the second, singled in the fourth, and also scored in the fourth. The 0-1 changeup, a beauty, and misses. That was that Ephus pitch. Couldn't have been no more than 30 miles an hour as it got to the plate. The 1-1, another changeup. That's going to be backhanded. Nice job by Szymanski. 2-1 now. Again, your runners are Torna at third base and Boyd at first base. There are still nobody out here in the fifth. The 2-1, it's a strike. I almost said it looked like it missed up, but I've seen a couple of those high strikes here today in this game. Austin Long's 2-2 pitch is swung on, popped up. That's going to get out of play behind us. Again, a 6-run fourth and 2 so far here in the fifth. The pitch is a swing and a miss for strike 3. One down in the fifth.
Now batting number 10, Caden Williams.
Caden Williams, 1 for 2. It's a ball to Caden Williams, who popped out to second and then hit a 2-run single in the fourth inning. The pitch going to miss up for a ball. And it'll be a wild pitch or a fielder indifferent. The pitch, swing and a miss by Williams. Count is 2-1. Again, Jonathan Torna's at third and Jacob Boyd's at second. Torna reached on an RBI single, Boyd on a walk. The 2-1, ground ball to the shortstop. He has it long, throw to first. It pulls him off the bag, and he's going to be safe. Second run, thought about scoring. Now he's going to head back to first. So she call that an E6 and an RBI. Torna scores to make it 9-1. As time is called, Isaac Vaughn at the plate. If you want a download of any game of this week's tournament, they are only $5. Just email info@jockjive.com. Again, info@jockjive.com. Tell us what games you want. We'll send you an electronic invoice that allows you to pay by debit or credit card. And the games will be on their way to you. That's info@jockjive.com for a keepsake that you'll want to have for a lifetime. Vaughn struck out looking in the second inning, reached on an error in the fourth that plated 2 runs.
Now batting number 25, Isaac Vaughn.
Big run is that run at first in Caden Williams. If he scores ahead behind the runner that's already on, that's a swing and a miss. And he will take second on the stolen base. The run rule will be on the table in the bottom of the fifth. Again, the score 9-1 here in the fifth. 6 in the fourth, 3 here in the fifth. The pitch upstairs for a ball. It's 1-1. The pitch is going to miss up for ball 2 to Isaac Vaughn. Vaughn now the pitcher of record for Spring Hill. Actually, the starting pitcher. Hendrickson's going to get the win if this holds. Sun trying to creep its way out again. The pitch is swung on. Is it tipped? It's missed for strike 2. Would have been strike 2 either way. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 on. Here with 1 out in the fifth. Spring Hill National adding to its lead here. It's now 9-1. Winner looking to stay alive. The loser will have to head to the house. And the 2-2 pitch is off the plate. Count now full at 3-2. The payoff pitch headed home from Austin Long. It is a strike 3 called. Changeup dropping in there for out number 2. Top of the lineup here for Rhett Williams. He's batting for the 4th time. He's been on base all 3 times today. Single in the 1st. Reached on an error, scored in the 4th, and then singled again in the 4th. And the pitch. Chopper. Shortstop ranging to his right. Long throw across. Will not be in time. One's going to score. They're going to try to score 2 of them, and they will. As the throw misses the pitcher. So an infield single that plates 2. And the run rule now on the table when we go to the bottom of the 5th. It's 11-1.
Now batting number 11, Braden Cruz.
As Boyd scores and Williams scores. As Spring Hill National has batted around, as Brayton Cruz will bat here. And we're going to see some defensive subs here. Number 99, Nathan Capria, will go in for Travis Caldwell. Pitch to Cruz is a strike call. Cruz looking for his first hit. He flew out to center in the 1st. He struck out looking in the 4th, and then flew out to center in the 4th. So he had 2 of the 3 outs in that inning. The pitch, that one is ripped. Nice stop by the shortstop. Long throw across. Does he get it out of the dirt? He does. It is 6-3. A hard hit ball by Cruz. But 5 more come in to score on 3 hits. A 1 error and 1 left. Spring Hill National needs at least 1 to force the 6th inning. We'll have it for you when we get back here on JockJive.com.
Did you know a child may start in the Dixie program at or below age 6 and continue through age 19? Yes, there's an opportunity for youth 6 through 19 to enjoy baseball in Dixie. Dixie Youth, Dixie Boys, Dixie Majors. If your league is not a part of these baseball programs, contact a Dixie official for information and bring your child up in Dixie. What makes Dixie Youth Baseball different? Well, one good rule is required participation. During the local season, every player on every team is required to play in every game, and all tournament players are required to bat at least once in every game. It's not a perfect rule, but it's much more than most youth baseball organizations do, and it allows each baseball player to be an active participant. Just being a part of each win or loss means so much to the child. They just want to belong, and Dixie Youth Baseball sees to it that they do by making this a regular rule. We think this is a step in the right direction, the child's direction. Are you aware of the scholarship program available to participants in Dixie Youth Baseball? Hundreds of men and women have won scholarships and used them to help pay for their education after graduating from high school. $72,000 scholarships were given away this year. To apply for a scholarship, you must be a senior in high school, complete the application, and mail it by March 1st to be considered for one of these awards. If you played Dixie Youth Baseball in past years and you will be a senior in high school next year, we encourage you to think about this opportunity. Many are glad they did.
Back here at the Max Long Recreational Complex here in Sebring, Florida, right next to the local YMCA. where West Volusia has 3 outs to get 1 run to force the 6th inning. William Szymanski, who was at the plate when Schweit was thrown out at home, will lead off the 5th. It'll be Szymanski, Placencia, and Kennedy. Those are the scheduled batters. Again, the winner of this one taking on the loser of the game behind us on Field 3. Art Schendell's bringing you winner's bracket action with Marianna and Holmes County. So we invite you to check that game out, which will still be going on because the previous game went 2.5 hours plus as Sebring, down 7-2, rallies, winning on a walk-off wild pitch to win 8-7 over Bartow. 1-0 ground ball. Shortstop has it. Over to first. In time, 6-3. 1 out. As Octavio Placencia, who walked and was left on base in the 2nd. Spring Hill National looking to shut down West Volusia in order for the first time today, as West Volusia's left a runner on in every inning. The pitch is a swing and a miss by Placencia. And these two parks are powerhouses in Florida DYB. Sebring, another one, of course, the host. Called their names a lot. I would say those are probably the biggest 3. The 1-1 swung on, chopper, third baseman, nice play, pumps, throws, got him. What a play by Taryn Hendrickson. The ball kind of ate him up a little bit as it was riding up on him. As Jacob Boyd comes running all the way in from left saying, "Attaboy, kid," or something along those lines. 5-3 for out number 2.
6, Kennedy.
So West Volusia down to its final out. It will be number 6, Logan Kennedy, struck out looking his first time. Pitch is a strike called. West Volusia down to its final out here, which means our state director, Mr. Tony Smith, is going to have to make his way down there amongst the heat. The score holds, which it looks like it will. Past the pitcher. Second baseman has it over to first. And they got him. 4-3. The ball actually, I guess you could call it a 1-4-3 as the pitcher, Vaughn, got a piece of it. Braden Evans with the hustle over to first for the 1-4-3, and that will do it. This is I believe, the 5th time in this age group this one's going to end early. Your final score, Spring Hill National 11, West Volusia 1. So as we move to my bracket right here, Spring Hill National will advance in the losers bracket. But they will await the loser of the game behind me, Marianna and Holmes County. So if you're a Spring Hill fan, you may want to check that out. Art Schendell will bring you the tail end of that one. So that'll be a wrap from here. We'll be back again at 10 a.m. with that game tomorrow morning. So Jason Thompson signing off for now, wishing you wherever you tune in today, pleasant afternoon.